There's few things I've dreaded these dates. I've dreaded April 23rd, 2026. I've dreaded it. I wanted it to never arrive. And now it's coming. It's 4 or 5 months away. 4 months away. And there's no real way of getting out of it. And I would, if I could. I'm staring at the beach. Yeah, it's so totally complex. I was having nightmares. December 28th, Mom's birthday. That evening on 27th, I had a nightmare that woke me up crying in my sleep. I don't know how long this is going to last. I never found her body. The idea of my mom not being here is so difficult to handle. I can't believe that's even true. My dad too. I can't believe I have to live in a world without them. It's so less fun and interesting. It's, God is a harsh fucker for sure. If there is a God, then the only answer I've ever come up with that I can work with was Chuang Tzu, a Taoist, possibly Lao Tzu, but his history is confusing. The sense of humor that the Spirit has on us is all you can accept. You're allowed air to breathe, water to drink, and land to hunt, fish, and grow food. These gifts are obvious, and your whole biology revolves around these gifts. And therefore, you should expect any trickery to occur. It's fair. She's got a sense of humor, which is obviously baked into our minds. If we don't believe me, just watch some Monty Python. Or listen to my brother Nathan before he lost his little mind. A sense of humor is what makes Lonnie Workman tick, and what makes life livable. The Spirit has a sense of humor. And because you're given all this bounty and abundance, there's a contrarian reality. That's a fact. And that's the only conclusion I've come up with that I can accept. The Christian notion is complete BS for me. That's just BS. Buddha and Christ obviously left wealth for poverty and to help people, and no one does that. So I'm a big believer in Christ consciousness, no doubt about it. But very few logical answers exist for the one grappling, destructive fact that I had to learn, which is one day your mom leaves. And no one ever prepared me for that. No one ever gave me a heads up on that. So is that my society's problem? Is it my genetic issue? My lack of intellectual comprehension? My lack of meditation and prayer? I don't know. I'll tell you this. When my mom disappeared, I prayed and prayed and prayed. I meditated and meditated and meditated. I prayed and prayed and prayed. I couldn't sleep. I was going 4 and 5 days without sleep. I was destroying myself. I couldn't sleep. If it wasn't for my little buddy Alon, my wife Lonnie, I would have given up. I would have not survived. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep last night. I had to start taking sleeping pills because I couldn't sleep. My brain could not stop. I could not stop trying to overanalyze this. How does an 81-year-old woman without any shoes and any money just disappear? The answer is that doesn't happen. My Schwarb friend, Luis Kawash, I told him the story. He hugged me and he cried for me. And we cried together. And then he said to me, she was raptured. She was raptured. The Spirit took her into the sky. The earth had had enough of her. And she was needed back at her throne. That's what he told me. February I don't know, like a week before Valentine's Day. When is that? It's a Monday. I finally feel today a peace return to me that I have not felt in months, if not years. That I have no control of the bigger picture. I have no answer to the complicated global socio-economic crisis that we're a part of. I can't stop the internet. I can only facilitate improvement to my own situation and, of course, my family. And I'm currently looking at the beach. I've been living on the beach for 3 years, and my neighbors who they know better, are building these stupid cabanas so they can make money for Carnival, which lasts for 4 days. And that building will sit unused, empty. They destroy the sand. They destroy all the vegetation in front of their properties. Well, it's not even theirs. In front of the Comuna property. So that when the ocean does rise, their stupid project will be ruined. There's no way to, it's like living under a volcano or something. Eventually the lava will come and eat your house. But they don't care. They just don't care. They're trying to carve out in front of my property where I have a lot of vegetation. I planted a bunch of trees to stop them. I pull their poles out because they want to put up their stupid carpets, but they just don't care. It doesn't matter to them if you're hurting the earth, cutting the trees in the Northwest, or you're drilling for oil in the Amazon. All these places I've lived, I've seen it, I participated. It's all the same. This morning I had a peace in my heart I haven't had in my heart for a long time. I don't know why. I don't have an explanation. I have so much ahead. We have to go to Nevada, and my brothers and I have to deal with Mom's house, which will be a dramatic overload like it'd be for anyone. We're just normal humans that way. Memories and pictures and Christmases and the stories of our family. I have to accept that my Uncle Don is a complete and utter narcissist, and basically will and would do nothing to ever assist my situation. I have to accept that my father's brother's family has completely abandoned us, and they did so September 11th when they couldn't help my mom to the goddamn hospital. And of course she got care 5 days later for her stroke, inevitably having a secondary minor stroke, which is classic of stroke victims. When we left Nevada, Mom was on the internet all night. I gave up on her. I gave up on lecturing her about that. She'd simply look at me and say, if my brain is doing this, then leave me alone. What do you do with that? She'd always been so durable and managed everything herself. It was difficult to figure out how to legitimately take care of bills and legitimate responsibilities, keep the house protected. But now, there's no way we keep that house. We have to sell, and I know Dan will agree. Nathan will eventually agree. He doesn't know any better. It's a miracle Nathan's alive. His behavior has been so extreme that it's a miracle he's alive. Dan and I have both been very diligent keeping up with him, talking with him. He basically ruined all his friendships, all his relationships with his really outrageous behavior. And he survived a 1-year wellness court, which was required by the state, and has made it through the other side. He's a free man. And I'm fortunate to have him still here. Last time I saw Nate, 2020, I guess. November. He left the house. We were at home after Mom's stroke, Lonnie and I. We closed our life down here in Ecuador and we went home. And we saw him May or something, 2021. No, that's not right. We saw him May 2022 after Mom's stroke, obviously done. And he was just destroyed. He was just terrible. He was just terrible. Our friends make apple juice. And there's not many apples here in Ecuador. They come from Ambato. We've been here for almost 15 years. We have friends everywhere. We live a life down here that's completely different than the United States, and I'm super worried about being in that high-cost nation where everybody's on the cell phone. I don't own a cell phone. I don't do Facebook. I don't do X. I don't do Instagram. I hate all that. I hate it. I don't need those frivolous relationships. But I worry about my son and his education. He's now in an incredible school, speaks incredible Spanish. He's writing songs, writing musicals, writes stories, speaks, and he's such a special kid. Yesterday he and I were surfing, and all the years I've worked with him, today I am so proud of how good of a surfer he is at age 10. He's only going to get better. The only benefit of the U.S., there's many benefits, but one of the benefits of the U.S. is we get to go skiing again. And eventually I expect we'll be skiing in Chile and Argentina eventually. Because we're definitely coming back here. I don't see how why we would stay in the U.S. The main problem is the expenses. I think the politics is so sad. And there is no proper solution, it appears. Once Trump gets voted out, then another lunatic will come in there and the other side will do their thing. It's a counter-rotational, juxtaposial, nearly coquettish play that our media has, not really caring the outcome, a flirting with disaster sort of thinking, just cause as much chaos and print, sell the print. It's the ultimate in the yellow journalism definition that preceded World War I. It doesn't matter anymore. And my son, in that TikTok culture, my son still believes in Christmas and Santa Claus. My son still makes dolls and makes faces for them. My son plays soccer at his will, surfs when he wishes, rides his bike, He has a beautiful, safe, unaffected life here. And I gotta give him to the U.S. We're gonna try to shelter him, obviously, and it's good to see family. But I don't really have any family anymore except for Nate and Dan. My Uncle Don's a lunatic, narcissist. My Uncle Karen is obviously so full of fear she couldn't survive without a lot of help. We're at a particularly weird moment. I have this massive beach property for cheap, and I have to leave it. I have to pack up all my things. I gotta get my dog to another owner, or someone to a watcher. I gotta park my 66 Land Rover. I have so much that I would never do, that I have to do, so I can go back to Elko and manage financial, legal, relationships. We have to sell mom's things, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what we have to do. I'm aware a bit, but it's all new territory for me. I'm a filmmaker, I'm an artist, and I'm an athlete, and I don't dabble in the avocado. I don't play in that world, so I've got to be patient and kind and quiet, and patient and kind and quiet.